Hey everyone, welcome back to Stabicraft on the Sound. If you haven't already reached down there, hit that subscribe button, please do. It really helps the channel out long term, helps us eventually hopefully pay for some fuel, which is getting pretty high at the moment, so we can get a little farther out. So today's video, we're going to be pitting a cheap as I could find crab pot, $22 Promar folding crab trap from Walmart, right, which is 24 by 22, so not even a full 2 square foot, up against my 3-year-old SMI crab pot, which you can see is substantially larger. So we're going to throw both these out, find out what happens after about an hour, pull them in, see if there's any real difference or not, and you know, try to decide how we're going to go forward in the future with our crab pots here. So for bait, I have bought the cheapest chicken to the store brand I could find at the local store. 5 pounds of chicken legs that cost $5. That's 4 of them. That's probably going to be enough for now. We'll save a little for later, just in case we need some more. And with that, I think we're ready to throw this this pot in, see how it does. All right, we've got our SMI pot together. Actually doing an unboxing and trial video on this, an initial review on it. If you want to check that out, I'll drop the link up here in the corner, or this corner, wherever it appears, you'll see it. 4 chicken legs. We now have both of the pots baited up. The old rusty and crusty SMI here. We've got the Wal-Mart pot, Promar, over here, which is a very simplistic pot. Again, very nice. It does fold up flat. It takes up a whole outlet space in this. But if you want a comparison between the two for size, then check that out. This pot would almost fit inside of this pot. So realistically, probably not that big a deal. If you look, the ramps for the crab to go in go up to about the same distance where the doors are on this. So I guess the crabs have to work a little to get in here. With this, they can just waltz right in. So let's get them in the water and see what happens. All right, so I'm ready to throw them in. I'll check the water depth. We are in 16 feet of water. One of the reasons you want to put some weights in your trap is to keep the tides from pulling your buoys and scooting them along the bottom, which I'm told crab don't appreciate. So this one, in all its glory, had 2 of these. It's now down to 1. So we're gonna throw it in as is. The brand new Promar trap has nothing in the way of weight, and it's using an old recycled line from one of my previous pots that got cut. So what I'm going to do is throw this cord around the cleat on the boat while I drop it, just to make sure we're truly in 16 foot of water. So here we go. You can see as the pot drops, the cord actually pulls on the cleat, and at the moment it's at a dead bottom here, and you can see how much loose line we've got going over to the older 2 buoys. So I'm going to chuck the leaded line in here. That should drop down and leave just our buoys out. Now, onto the SMI pot. Here we go. Not much longer now, and we will start pulling them in and seeing what we have after an hour. And here we go. First pull on the SMI pot after an hour, and we have nothing, not a thing. Here's the first pull on this Wal-Mart promar pot. Look at this. That's a pretty good haul. So we will start checking them out for size, see what keep and what goes back. I'd say overall for a $22 pot, that's pretty good. That's 1 hour down. Do see a couple females, so there's a few that are gonna have to go back for starting. Probably 1 or 2 keepers in there though. So let's start sorting some crap. And so this one's a female. See the wide apron? That's going back. So there's 1 back. Another female, the wide apron. 2 back. This one's a female. Missing a leg as well. So this is 3 back. Another female. 4 back. Another female. 5 back. Another female. 6 back. And our first male. So on the scale here, it's probably a solid 6.5 inches. It appears to be hard shell. He is missing a leg. You can see he's feisty as well. So there's 1 keeper for the day. Another female, so that's I think 6 back. And another female, so there's 7 back. Alright, we're throwing our pots back out here at the start of the incoming tide. Alright, our line is down. We'll go ahead and stop filming for now, mark the spot, come back in an hour, pull these things, and see what we have. Our second pot pull of the day. Check this out. We've got some fairly decent sized crab if they are not all female. Let's see what we pulled in for a little $22 Wal-Mart pot. And one of these, I can tell you right now, absolutely looks huge. So let's just start with the big guy here. We got 1 big male. And if you look, he is bigger than the gauge. So that is over 7 inches. He's a hard shell. So there's our second big keeper for the day. He's hefty too. This guy weighs a bit. Alright, let's grab the second largest here. Also a male. And this guy is probably going to be, looks like right at 6 1/4, which is a keeper, is a male. So we'll get him in the cooler. And over in this corner, you got a female, so if she'll turn loose, we're just going to chuck her back on in. So there you can see, big female apron, tiny as well. So back this one goes. We got 1 more over here, also a female. The apron, also small. You can see the difference in size between them. This one's going back. So we We have pulled 2 more keepers. Gonna probably throw this pot right back down here where we're at until we see if we hit our limit yet or not. And this is on the incoming tide. So let's chuck this one back over. We'll go grab the SMI pot, see how it did. Here we go. Second time today, $110 pot, nothing. We'll go ahead and chuck this one back in for now. We'll give them another hour, come back again, see what we have. And there it goes. Here we go, what will probably be the last pot pull of the day, depending on the outcome. Testing my pot on the final pull of the day. Appears to have brought us in some pretty good sized males. So we will pull them in, start measuring them up. Getting them in the cooler and starting the cull. Alright, here's a big male. And he is over 7 inches. And we got a feisty one here. He's right at 7. Smaller at about 6.5. I'm gonna get her and check her soft shell. Nothing soft shell. And just shy of 7 inches. We got a little one here, probably female. Yep, female, that'll go back. Another smallish male. Yeah, it's too small, maybe. I got the last one over here putting up a fuss. Also a female. If it'll just turn loose, we'll send it back. Another female going back. So, this is the first time today that this pot has pulled in any, but it's been a pretty decent haul. So we'll go ahead and pull in the little pot and see how it did. Here comes our little Wal-Mart $20 trap. And two goes. This pot pulled in a fair amount. The last go, the SMI one pulled in a whole lot of keepers. And this little guy pulled in nothing. So whether it's location based or otherwise, I don't know. Post your opinions below. What do you think? If you've been out here doing the same thing, what have you had luck with? You had luck with the little traps? You had luck with the bigger traps? Let me know. So in the battle of the cheap crab pot versus the expensive crab pot, I can honestly say it really doesn't make a difference. I think a lot of it's going to be on the placement, and if you're lucky on your drop and you got a lot of crab in the area, they're going to hit either one. So I think when it's time to replace my big octagon SMI traps, which, as I said earlier, I'm down to really the last one at this point, it's starting to rust through, I'm going to go ahead and go with some of these $20 pots from Walmart and run them until I lose them or they dissolve in the salt water. Either way, it's a good day out. 3 drops, 3 fish, and hit my limit on Dungeness crabs. So not a bad day for being out about a little over 6 hours at this point. Beautiful day out. It's just now starting to get rough out again, but you can see out here in the side, it's to the point where the tide's coming in. It's getting a little unpleasant when you're out here trying to snag pots by yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up for the day and call it good. Please reach down there and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll have more coming here in the near future. I think I'll do a little series on various crabbing tips on the ways and places that I use out here to pull some in. Then may try a few hot spots as listed in one of the local books as well, see how that turns out. So for today, hit like, subscribe, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone.